WorldSpace System. Digital audio broadcasting to portable radios worldwide. Leading a revolution in sound. Using satellites in space to bring the world the sounds of the 21st century. Billions of people, potential listeners and consumers in the emerging markets of the world, are not enjoying the full benefits of radio. WorldSpace is solving that problem by broadcasting CD-quality digital sound directly from satellites in orbit to handheld receivers. This system is also designed to carry visual images and data. Noah Samara is the chairman and CEO of WorldSpace.
The essential vision behind the company is to link literally 4+ billion people around the world with an information, education, and entertainment delivery infrastructure.
By 1998, WorldSpace will have 3 specially designed satellites in space. AsiaStar will provide CD-quality sound programming to billions of people in Asia, from China, Japan, and Korea to Indonesia and the subcontinent. AfriStar will provide a similar service for the Middle East and Africa. CaribStar will cover Latin America and the Caribbean. Former Ambassador Paul Taylor served in a number of Latin American countries and is currently in charge of WorldSpace coverage for Latin America and the Caribbean.
WorldSpace, by being able to broadcast directly from a satellite in space to radio receivers, even in isolated areas, is able to bring information that will help citizens be well informed and will help markets work well, and will also provide the intellectual infrastructure that will permit the progress of all of the people in a country or in a region.
WorldSpace, an established business headquartered in Washington, D.C., has formed a strategic alliance with Alcatel, the world's largest manufacturer of telecommunications equipment. Contracts have been signed, and construction of the specially designed satellites has already begun. WorldSpace was granted the only license ever issued by the FCC to provide an international satellite radio broadcasting service. A number of international broadcasters have entered into channel reservations agreements with WorldSpace. When terrestrial radio transmissions travel great distances, the quality of the sound deteriorates.
While they are significant in his
high-quality sound can only be sent within a relatively limited area. The WorldSpace service will cover huge areas with CD-quality sound. It is radio without compromise.
We will be delivering literally hundreds of edutainment, infotainment, and entertainment channels directly in areas of the world that presently have very little of any of these types of broadcasting capabilities and programming.
Compare the current sound of a typical shortwave broadcast with the crystal clear sound that WorldSpace will provide. Tim Logue is a well-known satellite communications consultant.
It takes no leap of faith to conclude that WorldSpace's services will be in demand wherever it's available. Radio is in short supply in many of those same places, and listeners are demanding more choices.
The WorldSpace satellite radio receivers will be affordable, easy to use, palm-sized, and have push-button digital controls. The heart of this system is a coin-sized Starman chip, which will enable the radio to receive signals directly from the satellite. This combination of economical direct satellite broadcast of crystal clear signals and a full spectrum of programming will, for the first time, make international radio a commercially viable enterprise in our new information age.
In comparison with television, for example, radio is much less intrusive. It can be a catalyst of the mind, but it also can be an unobtrusive but informative and entertaining companion. Moreover, it's much more economical for both the broadcaster and the listener. When WorldSpace's services become available around the world, people will have the opportunity to hear in one day more voices than they would have heard in their entire lives.
In emerging areas of the world, listeners and potential consumers are currently underserved. In the United States, for example, there are an average of 30,000 persons per radio station, whereas in WorldSpace's coverage area, there are 2 million people per radio station. The 4.5 billion people who will be able to receive WorldSpace programming constitute a huge potential market, hungry for information and entertainment. For potential investors, broadcasters, and listeners, WorldSpace not only makes sound business sense, but also provides an unprecedented forum for ideas and information.
We foresee a health channel that will deliver health advisories on pandemics such as AIDS and hygiene issues. We see a green channel that will deliver environmental information throughout the world. We see a women's channel that would link women's issues throughout the world. We see a storytelling channel telling children of the world all kinds of stories from all over the world. We see a university of the air providing all kinds of education and vocational programming to people throughout the world. This is a technology that beyond its entertainment capabilities, beyond its pure radio as we know radio capabilities, this is a technology that has the potential of actually changing the world.
WorldSpace, a sound business whose business is bringing the clear sounds of the 21st century to the underserved, emerging regions of the world.